Okay, let's shut the door. Welcome to Yvette Carte Blanche. And I just wanted to show you, oh God, it's dusty in here. I just wanted to show the noisy boy. I wanted to show you the gramophone I was talking about last night. Right, let me grab hold of you. Okay, right. Oh, I didn't want you to do that. There you go. That is the gramophone, and as you can possibly see, it's a very of its time Alpine. It's a cassette receiver, TDM 754-8R, I think. CD shuffle control. Right, so there is a stack CD system in the boot. Now, as I was saying last night, this isn't really, in my book, this isn't a suitable stereo because it's all green. And the
nosiness and seeing if we could do it. But the thing is, when you do that...
So I got it working, because it wasn't working very well, and I've kind of got it working a bit. But normally I would just want to swap this out because, you know, interior lighting on a Rover is orange, this is green. However, because it's splendidly of its time and would have been a bit top of the rangey, and also because of Harry's garage, I watched his Lamborghini Countach review in bed this morning, and the Countach had a very similar system with a similar colour, Alpine again, fitted from new, and I thought, well, if it's good enough for Harry's Countach, it's good enough for me and Yvette Carte Blanche. So I've decided that if the CD stack system works, I'm going to leave it in. So the next job is to find out if the CD stack system works. Now, I discovered last night how to swap into it. I think it's this one. Yeah, so that's tape. And then press it again. That should be the CD stack. It's coming up with error 01. But that might just be because there isn't a CD in the boot. So we're going to put some CDs in there and test it. And as I say, if it's all working, then I'm going to leave this of its time, antiquated, but would have been top of the line and very expensive. I'm going to leave it in and make it part of the car's charm. So let's go to the boot and get some CDs in there. Oh. Okay, how do I turn it off? There we go. Now, on a normal 200, the boot release would be down there. But because this is a cabriolet, access is by the key only for obvious security reasons. Heavy old boot. Now, there's all sorts of crap in here, or useful spares, but if you have a look... Noisy boy! Right, let's get you in. If you have a look there you go. There are the CD doings, so let's slide that open. Oh, well, it's got power to it. Now that's kind of bad news. There is there is a CD, at least one CD in there. Maybe it wasn't in number 1. Let's have a look. Are they numbered anywhere? God, Taylor Swift. Dear me. Right, let's have a bit of an inspection in here. So you remember it was coming up with error 01. Now, is that because it's knackered, or is it because... Oh, there's loads of CDs in here. What we got? Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, Thunder Road, Badlands. Oh, that's all right. Dreamboats and Petticoats. God knows what that is. Dreamboats and Petticoats, disc 2. Empty. Empty. And then Taylor Swift. Right, so I think that might be bad news, because there was a CD in the first and the last. So if it was working, it should have picked up on them. But let's put some of our CDs in that we know are okay and see if it'll pick up. If it's not working, then it's going, and it's going to be replaced when I can afford it by a Sony Mex. Okay, so I've put one of my CDs in the first position and the last position. I know the CDs are okay, so let's put this in the car and see if it's redeemable or if the system is just a bit old and knackered and broken. Okay, so let's pop that in, close the doings, and go and have a try. Right, so ignition to the first bit, turn it on. Oh, hello. Right, looks like it's on pause. How do I unpause it? That one? Oh, I see. No, I've just told it to go to disc 4, and there's nothing in disc 4.
Nice and smooth.
Oh! Well, I think that might be working. Now, annoyingly, copyright. So I'll turn you off and I'll test it properly. Okay, test completed, and the results are conclusive. We have got a fully operational Alpine, whatever the hell it is. Hold on, let's zoom you in. There you go. It's a cassette receiver, TDM 7548R. Right, I'll tell you what I might do now. Disk title memory. Okay. What I might do now is head online and see, because you can find anything on the internet, can't you? See if I can find a PDF of an instruction manual for this thing, because I couldn't figure out how to store the radio stations last night. But how cool is this? We've got a period, fully working Alpine tape CD shuttle doings. Brilliant. That is staying in there. It's going nowhere. In other news, darlings, for the third day, I'm trying to get the AA out. Tricky chaps words. Oh, and burps too. Trying to get the AA out to JJ, who is, as we know, Still not in full health. I did what I said I'd do. First thing this morning, like 9 o'clock, I logged the breakdown, and they were due here at 11 o'clock, and then 11:30, and then 12, then 12:30. And as you can see, it's currently 2:25 to 4:10. So, yeah, hopefully they'll be out, but honestly, I'm expecting to have to cancel it again because they're not going to be here before I go to work. It's a nuisance, quite honestly. Oh, and it's just changed to 2:35 to 4:10. So they're not going to come, are they? Bloody hell. Another update from the AA. It's now 5 to 4 to 4:10. Remember, initially they were due here at 11, and remember, I started this on Monday morning. It's now Thursday afternoon. It's not brilliant, is it, AA? It's not brilliant. If that updates again and goes out any further, I'm going to have to cancel again for today and try and rebook them tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to call up and say, look, you know, I know that you've got to prioritise, but seriously, 5 days waiting for someone to come out, it's not on, is it? It's just not on. So if they get here, I need to leave for work at 4:45. So if they get here by 4:10, oh, it's going to be a bit tight, isn't it? I might need to cancel it anyway. I'll leave it for the moment, see how it goes. In other news, let me just unplug it. In other news, lunch is progressing, and it's going to be the sausage and mash with fried onions and gravy that I was going to have the other day and didn't, so I'm having it today instead. Hello, darlings. Well, it's come to that time when I need to go to work again. It seems to happen with depressing regularity. You're poodling along quite happily, and then suddenly you realise, I've got to go and spend my evening doing something other than what I would possibly rather do. Like, I don't know, lying on the settee and scratching yourself. Right, we are in Yvette Carte Blanche once again because, oh hello. We'd a tad missed it, darlings. Because once again, the AA spectacularly failed to turn up. Yeah, the ETA was just pushed to a point beyond where it was feasible. I was going to be at work. So this time I rang them up and they said what I expected. Look, you're at home, you're safe. We have to prioritise people who are in a more vulnerable situation. I said, I completely understand that, but it has been 4 days and I don't want to be safe and comfortable at home for the rest of my life. I'd rather like to be able to drive my car if you could possibly help. And they said, well, as we say, you know, that's how it is. I said, I kind of said, well, okay, fair enough. I said, look, I live near a very busy main road. So just to let you know, I'm going to be standing 6 inches into the road until you guys come. And I said, that's quite a vulnerable position. She said, okay, pick a 2-hour slot and we'll come out to you tomorrow. So there we are. Right, I'm going to set off driving to work, darlings, and I'm going to listen to some tunes on my Alpine doings. And I'm quite excited about that. All right. I'll crank the heater up, demist the windscreen, and I will catch you all in a bit.
A former British Army soldier who escaped from Wandsworth prison last year has been found guilty of spying for Iran. Dunkley was also convicted of collecting information.
I just thought I'd film that because rather a nice sky.
Head of the Metropolitan Police's Counter-Terrorism Command, Commander Dominic Murphy, said he was pleased with the verdict.
bloody that's Picasse's van, isn't it? Parked where I need to be. He's probably delivering the Gurkha beer. Oh well, I'll just have to abandon it here until Picasse has sorted his stuff. Right, let's go and see what's what. Same as always, all he does all night. The rest of us, we work. He just sits down, glued to his phone. He doesn't care that we're working around him. He just sits there chatting to his friends,
you cannot record that.
looking at homosexual pornography.
Okay, so give me a job. Give me a job. You cannot get this on camera. I've not give consent.
Right then, let's get going. That was another busy one. We're not going to see many quiet nights now between now and Christmas, or now and the New Year, I suppose. Quiet nights, well, what are normally quiet nights will be quite busy, and busy nights will be very busy. Oh, let's turn you off. My beautiful onboard gramophone. Little bit late leaving tonight, but should be home in time for the live stream without too much of a problem. Oh, and treat tonight, drumsticks. Annoyingly though, because we were heavily booked tonight, we got a load of staff in, so I've only got 3 drumsticks instead of the 6 I might otherwise have copped for. Never mind, they will be very nice indeed. I shall look forward to them. Right, so time to head home, but I'm going to stop at Dick-a-Dum-Dum because he's got the CDs in there, and I want to grab my choice of 6 CDs to go in here in Yvette Carte Blanche. I think I'll have the same 6 that I had in Sheeson, so I'm kind of used to those in a 6-stack, so I know where I'm at with them. So that'll be nice. That'll be continuing a little Sheeson tradition. God, you're pointing up in the sky a bit there, aren't you, darlings? Let's get you a bit more back down to earth. That's more like it. Poor old Dick-a-Dum-Dum. He must feel a bit abandoned. You haven't been abandoned, mate. CDs. Oh. That's just my OCD kicking in. Okay, well, that snow flattened his battery. So that's worth noting that when I come to move him or swap him, which I was planning to do on Sunday night, I know that I need to bring the top don with me. Oh, poor old Dicky Dum Dum. As soon as the builders have buggered off and we've got our yard back, then my spare car can go back to being in the yard where it can be looked after and observed and is safe. It's only because of the bloody builders that had to move it in the first place. They've got a lot to answer for. Mr. O'Reilly's lot. Right, let's just move the drumsticks away from the right. There we are. Right, well, so I've got my CDs, I can sort those out tomorrow, and the AA are booked supposedly for between 10 and 12, so hopefully there might be some progress with JJ. Right, you know what, I'm going to go and listen to my gramophone. It's the world tonight, isn't it? So I'll be back to say goodnight to you. Approaching the end of another day and the end of another video. It's not been the worst day. The AA thing is a bit of a frustration. Hopefully I will actually see them tomorrow. Fingers crossed and all that. Really good news about the gramophone. I know it's a silly little thing, but it pleases me. Right then, sweethearts, thank you for your company as always. Wouldn't be the same without you. And let me wish you a safe and peaceful night and a good day ahead. I hope there is joy to be taken from it somewhere, somehow. So you be sure to take really good care of yourselves. And if you're blessed with people who you love or who love you, make sure to take really good care of them as well. Oop. Okay, that wasn't in gear, was it? That's better. Right. Much love from me, darlings, and I look forward to seeing you next time.